Originally signed on June 8th, 1974, the deal established two joint commissions, one based on economic cooperation and the other on Saudi Arabia's military needs. At the time, it was considered that it heralded an era of close cooperation between the two countries. American officials at the time expressed optimism that the deal would motivate Saudi Arabia to ramp up its oil production. They also envisioned it as a blueprint for fostering economic collaboration between Washington and other Arabia countries. The crucial decision to not renew the contract enabled Saudi Arabia to sell oil and other goods in multiple currencies, including the Chinese RMB, euros, yen, yuan, instead of exclusively in United States dollars. Additionally, the potential use of digital currencies like Bitcoin may also be considered. The latest development signifies a major shift away from the petrodollar system established back in 1972, when the United States decoupled its currency from gold, and it's anticipated to hasten the global shift away from the United States dollar. In a more recent move, Saudi Arabia has announced its involvement in Project mBridge, a project which explores a multi-central bank digital currency CBDC platform shared among participating central banks and commercial banks. It is built on distributed ledger technology, or DLT, to enable instant cross-border payments, settlements, and foreign exchange transactions. The project has more than 26 observing members, including the South African Reserve Bank, which was green lighted as a member this month. The better known observing members of mBridge are those of Bank of Israel, Bank of Namibia, Bank of France, Central Bank of Bahrain, Central Bank of Egypt, Central Bank of Jordan, European Central Bank, the International Monetary Fund, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the Reserve Bank of Australia, and the World Bank. In tandem, the project steering committee has created a bespoke governance and legal framework, including a rule book tailored to match the platform's unique decentralized nature. Project mBridge is the result of extensive collaboration starting back in 2021 between the BIS Innovation Hub, the Bank of Thailand, the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates, the Digital Currency Institute of People's Bank of China, and the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. In 2022, a pilot with the real value transactions was conducted. Since then, the mBridge project team has been exploring whether the prototype platform could evolve to become a minimum viable product, or MVP, a stage now reached. As it enters the MVP stage, Project mBridge is now inviting private sector firms to propose new solutions and use case that could help develop the platform and showcase all of its potential. All right, so we're just going to have this picture directly up here as I go over this small definition. They said distributed ledger technologies, or DLT, like blockchain, are a secure way of conducting and recording transfers of digital assets without the need of a central authority. So if you look directly to the left, you see everybody conducting business, and only the central authority is the ones that is governing over the transaction, and they're able to keep all of the records, right? While you have nothing. Now, on the right side, you see that you have everybody that is conducting, right, to and from, but within that, everybody's also able to keep records of every single transaction that takes place. Basically, a type of form of check and balance to make sure that everything is everything. They also stated that DLT is distributed because multiple participants in a computer network, individuals, businesses, and etc., share and synchronize copies of their ledger. So it's exactly what I reiterated to you guys on the right side. Everybody is conducting business, but while that business is being conducted, everybody that is on the same network is verifying all of the transactions and keeping records individually of the multiple transactions that are going on that network. So this is what they stated about digital currency. Digital money, or digital currency, refers to any means of payment that exists purely in electronic form. Digital money does not have a physical and tangible form, such as a dollar bill or a coin, and is accounted for and transferred using online systems. Now, again, I've seen the comments over the years when I've talked about cryptocurrency, digital currencies before, where people have, brought up a few things like, hey, you don't really own it. and I would never invest in it because of XYZ. I would rather have my money knowing that I got it. And I just want people to understand this, right? There are only two ways that you actually have your money. Number one, if you have gold or silver or some type of precious metal, right? That's going to retain that type of monetary value or grow over time in value. Number two, if you have it in a way such as they stated before, which is a physical means again, such as a coin, let's say like a quarter, a half dollar, or if you have the paper money, which is the physical, right? So, other than those two, which most people, in a sense, don't hold enough of or any of, you have digital. When you look at your bank account, all of your money is digitized. It is nothing but ones and zeros. All somebody has to do is press a button. They can either make you broke or they can make you a millionaire literally overnight. We've had too many stories over time that has pretty much showed this. So again, I'm not arguing nobody in the comment section. This is the proof directly in front of you. Woman arrested after she refused to return 1.2 million put into her bank account by mistake. Malaysian woman gets over 86 million mistakenly deposited in her account. Comedy of errors. A bank accidentally deposited 50 billion into a Louisiana family's account. Bank mistakenly puts 37 million in the Texas woman's account. Florida woman thought she found 1 billion in her bank account before discovering it was fraud prevention. Again, as I stated before, all the banks have to do is press a button and you are instantly rich beyond your wildest dreams. So again, all of your money is digital. If you got it in a bank account, you got a credit card, you got a debit card, you got a bank account, you got green ones and zeros, you got the app, again, your money is digital. There is no debating this. There is no debating this. Like I said, you only got a few ways of actually having money of some type of physical value. And again, even to the extent of the currency, it's only worth what is deemed acceptable, right? So if the government basically states that the United States dollar is trash, if they states that the coins and everything that we have are trash, you're broke. You don't have any money. You have nothing in the sense of value. It's going to go right back to the bartering system. So then that goes back to what I stated before, that if you have something such as precious metals, then pretty much you are good, fine, and dandy. And even maybe to the extent, guess you can sit up there and say of cryptocurrency. To that extent, you are in a sense fine. Why? Because the governments all over are literally investing in these things at this moment in time. This is not me sitting up there telling you need to sit up there and go invest. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just simply stating you need to look at and pay attention to the history that has been taking place since about around, I don't know, 2017 to now. How it is that at a point in time that the government was like, hey, we don't want you investing in cryptocurrency. We don't want you doing this. We don't want you doing that. If we sit up there and catch you, you can potentially get put in jail. You can potentially get put in prison. All the while, they're doing stuff like this. The United States government owns 5.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Whether it holds or sells its stash could have a big impact on the token's price. Next one. United States government owns way more Bitcoin than any other country. So why aren't they selling? So again, remember, the government was the same ones that fearmongered. They're the ones that told the American people, hey, we don't want you into this cryptocurrency. It's a scam. It's a scam, right? And I saw people on my channel telling me the same thing. Oh, it's a scam. It's a scam. You don't know nothing about this and da da da. But the United States dollar is a scam. Technically, you could say every currency is a scam because it can be manipulated. Fraudulent things can transpire or take place. And again, I know some people may roll up and sit up there and say, well, I'm not into cryptocurrency because, it's of the devil, it's in the book, it's this, it's that. Well, shouldn't you say that with all money? Money is the root of all evil, right? Because I'm pretty sure any car, any house, any haircut, any way that you buy food or anything like that, any way that you have done transactions, I'm pretty sure you're not holding a bag of gold coins in order to make that transaction. You're not holding God's money. You're not holding something that is earth based in order to make these transactions, correct? I'm pretty sure you got a bank account. I'm pretty sure you got a social security number. I'm pretty sure you got a birth certificate, all of which have what? Barcodes, digital numbers. So, like I said before, people think that they are not a part or of this quote unquote system when realistically they are. Everybody has a barcode. Just saying. So again, for anybody that want to sit up and argue and they want to state this, that, and the third, argue with the information that I specifically, placed directly up here. Decipher that and have fun directly with it. Because like I said before, somebody has been swindled for the longest time possible, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me, right? Maybe it's just me. Like at one point in time, black people, had the land, white people had the Bible. Now you sit up there and look at it. Black people got the Bible, white people got the land. What happened? Somebody got swindled. I just don't know who it was.